Alright, these lights were sent to me by Spider Farmer. Let's get these unboxed and open them up, check them out, and then I'm going to show you how I'm actually going to utilize these because they are perfect for a setup I've been trying to build out. Alright, so when you open the box, you are greeted with a little 4-pack of lights. These are all chained together, and these are ideal for like a shelf environment or maybe even some fill light if you were to place these around maybe like a grow tent or something, kind of shining up at the canopy. This also does come with a timer, which is pretty nice because you don't have to buy any additional accessories. And then it comes with a few different mounting options and hardware, which we will go over more in depth later as I actually execute on that and mount it in my setup. But for now, let's actually look at the light bars before we get into anything else. These are all like a solid plastic construction, and they are about 1 foot long each, and they do have quite a bit of cable in between them, so you really can get these on multiple shelves if you wanted to, if you had like a really small shelf setup where you're going up each rung. So that's kind of nice that they don't like give you too short of a cord, and it seems pretty useful. If you do look closely at the actual bar lights, you can just see that there is 3 different types of LEDs on here, and this is going to give you a pretty much full spectrum setup here. So you got a little bit warmer, a little bit cooler, and then some red LEDs. This is pretty typical what we're seeing nowadays on most lights, so that's good that they're keeping up with the tech, and you'll get a good output for your plants. So let's get these things plugged in and check them out, and you can see right away it's very obvious with the whole spectrum thing. You got the cooler, the warmer, and the red ones. Nothing really insane to say about it. They just light up pretty nicely. They are pretty decently bright for only being like a single row of LEDs, and again, probably best for shelves. Now, I've been trying to put lights on the shelf for a long time, especially with a specific setup I'm going for, and you will see that later. But the big issue I'm having is that I have a cross beam, and the things I'm putting on the shelf are fish tanks, but vertically, and there's just not enough room for a full-length bar light. So luckily, these really small lights can be tucked up in there really easily. Initially, I wasn't sure on how I was going to attach these up in there because I've never really tried adhesive Velcro, but surprisingly, it is insanely strong. I did cut some pieces and I made them extra long because they give you plenty of it. That way I can adjust where I actually put the mounting clips on the Velcro. I would suggest doing this as well so you're not limited to just like a little small patch. Basically, the more Velcro you can hang up there, the better, and the easier it's going to be for you to like mount it the way you want it to and fit things and finagle them on the shelf. But yeah, basically you're going to take these little metal things and then just push it up into the Velcro. And the Velcro adhesive is insane, like I've already sort of mentioned. It's really thick and really like gummy, and man, it really sticks, which is incredible because it's very dusty under there. I didn't even like clean the surface beforehand, yet it's rock solid. It's so solid, in fact, when I tried to pull it off, I actually bent the metal. So definitely be careful as you pull things off because this has one heck of a firm hold, which is what I want to see because I don't want these lights to drop and like fall on my plants. In my case, they're just going to hit the fish tanks, which is not a big deal, but in your case, they might hit your plants. So glad to see that this is insanely strong. Again, I've never tried this whole like adhesive stuff before, but I'm insanely surprised at how well it sticks to wood. Once I got them hung in there, you can sort of see what I mean, how I didn't have room for a long bar light with that center beam, but then I just used some zip ties and got the cable management figured out, and all was well, and time for me to insert the fish tanks, and you'll see exactly why I needed these lights. So yeah, now that they're hung in there, you can really see why these lights fit perfectly. Now that I put these fish tanks in here orientated vertically, you can see I just don't have a lot of space above, which is why I had to tuck lights up into that cavity. A lot of the other lights I had on hand would not fit up in there properly, so these actually were perfect, and that's why I was excited when Spider Farmer offered these to me because I immediately saw an application for them. So again, this is going to be really cool, and I do plan on putting like frogs and stuff in here, probably making some sort of terrarium. We'll have to see where I actually go with this, but this is the plan and goal that I have. Well, that pretty much sums up this video. Again, it was a quick review and install. Just want to guys show you what's all out there in case you're needing something that can fit in pockets like this. They worked out pretty darn well, and as always guys, may your plants go strong and healthy. I'll see you next time.